Thanks for joining us today, Napoleon's Casino, Ecclesall Road. Massive thank you to these guys for getting on board with us and for letting us use this great venue for our press conference today and supporting us as in sponsoring our show on the 30th of September at Bramall Lane. We have 4 fights, 4 great fights. On the left, we have the return of Adnan Amar. 25 wins, 3 losses, former English champion. We don't have an opponent yet for Adnan Amar. Adnan Amar joined me about 7-8 months ago now. My former stablemate at the Ingle Gym. Great fighter, former English champion, been on some big shows. Great to have you back after 4 years' time.
Yeah, great to be back. First of all, I just want to give a big thank you and a shout out to Ryan. About six or 7 months ago when I walked into his gym, and he forgot to add that I was actually the former welterweight champion of England. So when I walked into his gym about 6-7 months ago, I was almost a heavyweight, massively overweight, and I can remember after one of the sessions I said, get me one of these RR t-shirts, and he asked me what size, and I said a medium, and he just looked at me as if to say, you mean a double XL? And I said, no, give me a medium, because I was obviously determined to fit into a medium. Okay, so it's been about 6 months, and worked really hard. Yeah, I'm alright, yeah?
Yeah, it's a medium now.
So, and just coming in, working with Ryan, day in, day out, and just really getting the feel for the training, and the buzz back was absolutely amazing. So, and for a long time, it's been like 4 years since my last fight. I've had a bit of time out of the game, and although I haven't been training or in a gym, I have actually been observing the sport, and keeping up to date with all the big domestic fights and world fights, and I've actually been learning the business side of boxing, which is a big part of it, and it's exciting to be back. I'm now trained by Ryan and Mark Willie, and I also manage myself now as well. So I'm just really excited about being on this show, and I've worked really hard. Training's been going absolutely great, and just excited to put on a performance and pick up where I left off 4 years ago. So really excited.
Adnan, where have you been?
Good question. I wasn't actually planning to have this long out, to be fair. I had a little bit of time running on my contract with the Ingles when I did walk away for a bit. And also, I had an injury which was lingering on for years, and I had to be operated on my foot. So I was recommended by the doctor to have about a year off. So what I did in the meantime was, while I was recovering, I actually started my own business. One of my business partners is actually here today, and so I thought I'd put all my time and effort into that and build that. So now that's established, and the injuries have been overcome, I thought it was the right time to, and it was definitely the right time that piled on a few stone, to get back in and do something about it. So I just made the decision. In fact, I'll tell you something. About a year ago, I was actually thinking about it. Did I come into your gym about a year ago?
About a year ago.
Then you moved.
Yeah, then
I got busy, and then I went back to Nottingham for a bit. And actually, when my son was born, he's actually 13 months now. So yeah, just about a year ago, I got a call from Prince Naseem, and he was just checking up, and then he actually was congratulating me on the birth of my son. And then he said, "Oh, Adnan, I heard you stopped boxing." And the way he said it was like he was a little bit shocked and surprised as to like why he was going well, and he was gathering momentum. Why did you just all of a sudden just stop? So that made me think, and like I said, I was actually then I started to make the decision and the moves to get back into boxing in the mix, but I wanted to do it my own way, and so I I think it's very important to learn the business side of the sport, because I do believe that boxing, although it's a sport, I think 90% of it is business, and disguised as a sport, in fact. So the more you know about business and how it works as a business, I think it'll be easier to be successful, because as a professional you are actually doing it for a financial gain, sort of.
What advice, if any, did Naz give you?
It didn't actually give me any advice. It just says if you're gonna do it, you have to be in 100%. Okay, so that's another thing I was actually thinking about when I was deciding to come back in and have a go. Another go was take for example the Kell Brook Triple G fight, and I put myself in that position. I thought if I was gonna fight somebody like him, because you never know in boxing, you could end up having a fight with somebody of that caliber, somebody who comes to destroy you, or you can have the bottle halfway through a fight to carry on, or you're just gonna think it. And I'm not the type of fighter that wants to go in there just for a payday, or just for the fun of it. I want to go in there to win and give the best effort I can. I'm not a quitter, so those are the kind of thoughts that were going through my mind when I was actually making a decision to come back. And obviously coming back and sparring with people, and seeing that I've still got the moves.
Which division you cut? Is it light heavy?
For the first one, I'm coming back for super middleweight,
Super middleweight.
and then gradually I'm going to try and work back down to light middleweight.
Okay.